Hey, it's Greg, and I wanted to jump in live and talk to you today about how to train around all your injuries and all of the different things that are happening in your life. So, this came up from last week's live. So, if you haven't seen last week's live, then let me know and I'll happily share it with you. But I do these lives to help you get the results you want. So yeah, come and join in, interact. Hey Rachel, and let's talk about how. Hey Lisa, let's talk about how or my approach to training when you've got pain, because pain's a beep beep beep. So if you suffer from any kind of fibromyalgia or you've got injury, comment below. Let me know, and I'll talk round it. All right. So, and hit the love button, please, because I want to know that you're there. Right. So, what's my approach to training with or around injuries? Okay. Here's a really big thing. So, a lot of the ladies that I work with have come to me with old injuries or something like fibromyalgia, where they've got pain and their threshold is low in terms of pain, right? So, when I get that, here's my first thing that I do. Okay, I have an awesome physio who's actually in this group. Her name's Leanne. And when a client comes to work with me, because I can work with clients all over the world, it doesn't matter where they work, where they are, they complete a lifestyle questionnaire, and part of that is also what we call a Part Q. So I'm like, right, hey, Jojo, by the way, and I'm asking them certain questions that tell me where the injuries are and what's going on. So number one, step one, before we do anything, all right, let's assess what the injuries are. Then we get in touch with, so I get in touch with a physio and I look at the case with the physio to understand where the limitations are going to be, right? Because my goal is to make you, not break you. All right? Does that make sense? Okay. And ladies, if you're watching, just comment with any injuries you've got and I'll give you some ideas about how to train around it or maybe make them stronger. So if you've got like knee pain, just comment knee. If you've got ankle, lower back, just comment below and I'll show you what to do I'll talk about what to do to get you working around it, yeah? So that's step number one, okay? Number one is I get someone to look at what's going on and then I make the plan together, right? With my physio friend, Leanne. She's awesome, by the way. So if you've got injuries, she is the girl to go to. She is like ninja when it comes to all of this stuff. So that's number one. Number two, okay? Depending on where the injury is, okay, and what the injury type is or the pain, you can work around it, okay? So what most ladies tend to do is they go, oh, I've got this injury, but I can't do what the girl on Instagram's doing, so therefore I'm not going to train. That's what everyone does, okay? Oh, I can't do what Shelly down the road is doing, so I'm just not going to train. In 90% of cases, I would argue that there can be a training program or workout that you can do that might not be the one that you want to do because it seems sexy, but I guarantee that you can put together a workout that gets around the injury, okay? So point number two is most injuries can work around it. In fact, as most of you know, last October, a year this week, I think, that I ruptured my Achilles tendon, right? My Achilles tendon went pop, okay? So I had a cast on, then a boot, and I was able to still train round the injury. So I wasn't doing maybe squats. I was doing things like split squats, etc. But we basically, with my physio, we just worked around the injury, okay? So number two on the list is find exercises you can do that don't hurt the injury. Like, it's common sense, but I think sometimes we need to hear it because what you're thinking in your mind is, oh, I can't do this, this, and this. Okay? So what I do is I find ways to work around the injuries, all right? If I'm making sense, just comment sense below, just so I know that I'm hitting the right points. And then, like I said, if you've got injuries or certain exercises that you think, oh, I'd love to know more about how to work around that, comment below and I'll do that. Number three on my little list is reduce the intensity, okay? So if you have major pain or your pain threshold is not high, then stop trying to do high intensity workouts. Like, just stop. I would rather someone did say like Pilates or something where you do what we call isometric work. So isometric means you hold a certain position for a certain amount of time. So let's just say a squat, you might, instead of going to full range on a squat because you've got knee problems, you might go to halfway on a squat and hold, okay, and then come back up. That way you're working the muscle still, but you're still getting the intensity on the workout, but you're not injuring or impacting the knee. All right. So my biggest tip, number 3, is work to a lower intensity, okay, and or reduce the range of motion. All right. So if your knee hurts all the time, then why would you even think about squatting deep? Don't do it. It doesn't make sense. All right. So reducing the intensity or reducing the range of motion is probably a massive bit in my toolkit to help you do that. All right. What number are we on, ladies? Just remind me, what we on? I think I did 1, 2, 3. I'm terrible for my lives, right? Because I will just rant off. So you need to tell me, what am I on? I think I'm on number 4. All right, number 4 on my list. Okay, this is going to be a big one. Okay, stop using exercise as your method to lose weight. And I'm going to say it again. Stop using exercise as your method to lose weight. Like, the problem is, like, I've had clients that haven't been able to train hard. Great, no problem. We let the diet do the work in terms of weight loss, and then we work on the exercise to get you stronger in whatever plane of motion or whatever injury you have, right? So I'm gonna bang this home until, like, you're sick of hearing it. Diet for weight, exercise for shape. Okay, so fat loss is predominantly about diet and then activity. Okay, so when I say activity, that's your walking, that's your cleaning, that's all that other stuff that you do throughout the day. Okay, so if you have things like fibromyalgia and or other injuries or other pain conditions, one of the things that will defeat a lot of people that come to work with me, or they feel defeated about, is that they think, well, I can't do exercise, so therefore I can't lose weight. And I've got numerous examples of where I've helped ladies lose weight, get in shape without having to do high intensity exercise, but we've really focused on the diet. All right, so number 4, really focus on the diet. Okay, we get the diet, we get that calorie deficit. I know it's boring, but I have to keep saying it. We get that dialed in, okay, then we can work on the strengthening bit. All right, so number 4, stop using your exercise as your weight loss tool. Once you get your mind around that, guess what? You can actually concentrate and get on losing weight, right? Got it. Hit the heart button if I'm making sense, ladies, and if I'm just give me the heart button so I know that we're hitting the right track here. I've got a couple more that are going to be good ones for you. So just hit the heart button. I don't know if I can see it, actually. Things are stopped. Right. Number 5 on my list. Cool. This is all making sense, yeah? Good. So number 5 on my list. Really focus on getting stronger, all right? Now, for most people, when they think of strength work, they think barbells, I've got to lift heavy, etc. You do not need to do that necessarily. Depending on where you're at, you get strong relative to where you're at. I've got a lady at the minute who I'm working with, and, you know, doctor's saying, well, she can't do this, can't do that. And all we've been doing is focusing on working things like glutes. Glutes are so sorely underused. So working the glutes, in other words, your butt cheeks. So we're really focusing on that as a method to get her strong so that her back will get stronger. Coincidentally, over time, guess what? She's been working with me for like 4 or 5 weeks. She's now reporting less pain in the back because we've got the glute stronger, we've got the abdominal wall stronger, we've worked on some posture stuff, okay? And she's done this from home. Like, I've written a program, she's executing, I'm keeping her in check with it, and now she's getting less pain, all right? Because we're getting stronger using the right exercises, okay? So, ladies, focus on strength. You might not be able to lift a dumbbell. That's fine. Use a bottle. Use a cup. Doesn't matter. You can, look, hold on. There's my Council of Kings mug. There you go, Council of Kings mug. Yeah, you could do that. hey Stacey, you could do that like 25 times instead of doing it 10 times with a heavier weight, right? So focus on getting stronger on that particular whatever injury that is, because any time that a joint is injured, yes, the muscles around it, if you get them strong, you're going to feel amazing afterwards, okay? So focus on strength and focus on strengthening that exercise, that joint, okay? Cool. All right. Whew. Damn it, I should have got one. Hey, Emma. Oh, Emma, you missed most of my tips beforehand. But that's okay. You can watch it on the replay. Yeah, so ladies, this was Emma's topic that she wanted me to cover this week. So, and here's another tip. So number 6 on my little list is stop trying to do hour-long workouts in the gym. Do mini workouts instead. What do I mean by that? Well, you could do 3 2-minute workouts, yeah, throughout the day, okay? So let's just say you're going to pick squat and plank. Yeah, let's use 2 exercises everyone knows, right? You could say, right, at 10 o'clock today, I'm going to do 5 squats. Hey, Stacey, I'm going to do 5 squats and I'm going to hold a plank for 20 seconds, right? You could do that 2 times. Later on in the day, say about 3, 4 o'clock, you could then say, right, I'm going to do another set of that. So plank and squat. And then just before you go to bed, I'm going to do another set. Then you've exercised 3 times. That way, if you've got a low tolerance to exercise, you've got enough exercise in without having to fatigue yourself. Does that make sense? Okay. So I'm talking mini workouts here, not big, long workouts. If you've got like things like fibromyalgia where you're going to get fatigued easily, then it doesn't make sense to do half-an-hour workouts. Stop listening to what the world of the internet says. Oh, you got to work out for an hour. You've got to do this. You've got to do that. No, stop it. Look at what you can do rather than what I can't do. And that's what keeps people stuck, is you're looking for trying to match Instagram and not working out what's good for you. That's what it comes down to. So mini workouts are a godsend. I've got someone doing mini workouts at the minute, actually. So she's got 3 5-minute workouts throughout the day. So she's now doing 15 minutes of working out, whereas before she wasn't doing anything. So we've got, I don't even know what percentage it is. Someone work it out for me. So we've almost immediately got her working out 15 minutes every day, rather than trying to do an hour-long session, and we just broken up into 3 bits in a day. That's it. And she can do them in like 5 minutes each. So mini workouts are amazing. Okay. Number 7 on my little list, ladies, if you are struggling with things like pain or injuries, the biggest thing in your armory is sleep. I'll let that sink in. Like, if you can't sleep, here you go, Em. If you can't sleep, or if you're not sleeping, the body's chance to recover and rest is at night, okay? If you're up watching Squid Games, who's watching Squid Games? Comment below if you're watching Squid Games. I know some of you are watching it. Who's watching Squid Game? But if you're watching Squid Game half the night and you're getting up at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, someone's watching Squid Game. If you're getting up at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning because of pain or injury, then you might want to think about going to sleep earlier so you get more sleep to help you recover. Okay, so sleep is the magic elixir. Teresa's watching Squid Games. Don't only watch one in the evening. Perfect. So M listens to me. Don't try and go to sleep. Teresa is one of my tigers at the minute. She's getting 7.5 hours sleep. Feels amazing. Okay, so yeah, don't try and stay up later and expect to be recovered. Not going to work like that. Okay. Number 8 on my little list. Protein. Kind of hear this a lot, right? But protein is the building block of every cell. And one of the things you can do to optimize your body is making sure you've got enough protein to replenish cells, to get you enough enzymes in the body to make sure chemical reactions happen properly. All right? So there we go. Whew. I think I've covered it. Has anyone got any questions? Damn it, I left my water in my other room. So yeah, I think I've covered some really good tips there. Oh, Emma's loving it. Good, good, good. I really think though, like ladies, if you're thinking about, oh, I can't lose weight because I can't exercise, the mindset shift has to be, what can I do? And then you think, well, actually, if I can fix my nutrition, then your body's going to get better. No, it's all right. Ask a question now. Just ask it. I can happily redo it, so it's cool. Ask a question now. Just type it. But I think, just someone on that subject, if you're worried about losing weight so much, really put your energy into your nutrition. Do what you can in the gym or at home or whatever. Don't try and do too much. That's all right, Em. I think a lot of people are still working on nutrition. But if you really work on your nutrition, that's where the fat loss happens. That's where the magic happens. And that's where, if you come to work with me, you're going to get the magic. Yeah. I think a lot of us have been duped into this thing of exercise for fat loss. And I talk about this all the time in my lives. I talk about this like just to the point of boringness. But exercise is awesome. But it's not the elixir of fat loss. Fat loss is the nutrition and managing what you do during the day. Not so much, got to do this fat burning exercise with this particular fat burning exercise. Don't worry, exercise is awesome. It's beautiful. It does so many amazing things for your body. But use it right. Learn to get strong, ladies. Learn to get strong as well. Like, yeah. Yeah, Nehar. Well, I know Nehar from my boot camp kind of days, and I think one of the big things about, and this is I'm just going to recap a little bit about why I stopped doing the whole boot camp thing and all the rest of it. Like, it wasn't COVID. What I realized was that most of you ladies struggle with nutrition more so than training. So how have they been able to get the results with the ladies that I work with is we've really focused on the mindset around nutrition, because nutrition is such a mindset thing. Tell me I'm wrong. Like, if you think I'm right, hit the heart button. But nutrition is such a mindset thing. It's dealing with how do you value yourself? What's important to you? What are your values? What are your habits and routines? What are your triggers? Like, got a message from a client the other day, and she was like, Greg, like, since I've worked with you, I've realized it wasn't the diet per se, it's what I think about and how I deal with boredom and all that kind of stuff. So I really work heavily on working with all that stuff, and that's how I get the results. That's what I've come to realize, that all the training is great, but it doesn't fix everything. So yeah, Nehar, your environment is a big thing. Like, if your desk is set up with junk on it, the nibbles become mouthfuls. Yeah, like BLTs, bite, licks and chews, are one of the biggest challenges for people trying to lose weight. Bite, licks and chews. Oh, I've just have a little bit of this. Exactly. Right. So Joe says, how do you work out a calorie deficit? So generally what I use, Joe, for my clients is generally body weight, your goal body weight in pounds. So goal body weight in pounds. And I times that by 11 or 12, depending on how aggressive we're going to attack the deficit. Okay. So if you times it by 12, it's obviously going to give you higher calories. The rate of fat loss might be a little bit slower. But having that said, I think sometimes slower is better, because slow is smooth, or by 11. So yeah, so goal body weight times 11 or 12 gives you what your calories needs to be. And then it's about the experimentation. It's about being consistent with it, but also measuring progress, which I think is massively important for a lot of you. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm not losing weight kind of thing. And it's like, well, there's so many other things to measure in a fat loss journey, not weight loss journey. So Emma says, I need to find a new way to treat myself and plan better. So I would look at the language you're using now. I think this is a big one for you ladies, is this mentality around treat. Like, why do you need to treat yourself? Okay. Now, I'm not saying you can't have chocolate, because all of my ladies, they eat chocolate, they drink wine, and still get results. But what we do is we remove the language that they've kind of convinced themselves they have to. Because you know what it's like. Oh, all right, Shelley. All right, Shelley. Oh, well, you deserve a treat. What happens when you say you deserve a treat is you have this thing of, well, I've been so good for so long. Oh, I deserve a treat. That treat then happens to be 5 chocolate bars. And before you know it, your calorie deficit for the week is destroyed. Yeah. So, my tip for you would be change the lingo. Do you need a treat, or do you need to just include that in your overall calories? Well, I think once you remove the mindset of treat, then you'll do much better. Okay. So, yeah. And organization is key. So in my Revolution program, I help people with I help the ladies with that planning process. I'll just challenge you to say, you won't die. I promise you will not die on the drive home. Yeah. That's a story you've created in your head. Real story. So, yeah. Any other questions, ladies? It's a story. We create these little stories. Oh, I deserve something. Oh, I need a boost of energy. Load of rubbish. I'm going to leave you with this point, ladies, unless there's any more questions, of course. I would argue that if people stop trying to boost their energy with snacks, and I'm a very big advocate of ladies going snackless. And when I say going snackless, Neha's okay. I'm going to come to you, Neha. Yeah, I'm a big advocate of ladies really looking at their snack habit, because I think what's happened in the world is the company's trying to sell you snacks and now trying to say, oh, well, snacks are great for you. Eat more through the day, spikes your metabolism. And it's interesting. I'm about to do a coaching call with my clients at 8, where we're going to talk about managing blood sugar. And that's a whole nother subject altogether. But all you're doing when you're having snacks is just putting more calories in for no potential reason. And then at no point is your body then going into a position where it needs to use fat as a fuel, because you're always feeding it. So it's something to think about. The best exercise for bingo wings or to tone the arms. Neha, the best exercise to tone bingo wings. Okay, let me answer this question twofold. So Neha, there are a million exercises you can use to work the tricep muscle. Okay, so the tricep muscle is the one on the back of the arm. There we go. See that little bulge there? Yeah, that's it. At the back there. Right, so there's a million exercises you can use to tone that muscle. Okay, but as you know, to get the fat off, you need an overall calorie deficit. End of. Like, if we could spot reduce fat, hey, life would be so easy, right? But the body will take fat from wherever it comes from, and it will take bits from here, will take bits from there. I often find that the stomach, thighs, and the back of the arms are the last places for ladies to lose it. It is what it is. I haven't got a magic pill for that, but I do have that. The magic pill is consistency and really focusing on a diet. But in terms of exercises, it's the truth. Anything that's a push exercise, right? So anything that's a push. So let's say you get something and you push it overhead. Press ups are awesome. Close grip press ups preferably, because if you go wide grip, then you're working the chest a bit more. What else? Yeah, tricep extensions. So there you go, up there like so. Yeah, there's tons of exercises you can use. I could be here all day labeling exercises, but I think I would worry less. And this is a really big thing I do with the Tigers, is getting out of the mindset of trying to go, oh, I hate this bit, I need to get rid of it, and just looking at the overall. Okay, so yeah, Neha, the one exercise you need to do, and actually, I'm going to say this to every lady here. If you want to have, because I know what Neha's thinking. Neha's thinking, that she wants to wear maybe a particular sari next year. She wants to go backless with the dresses, and you want the summer dresses and stuff. Honestly, get strong. I had a session with one of my one-to-one clients today, Asha, and she was just doing the whole bicep flex and stuff, because we've really invested time in building muscle. So yeah, Neha, build some muscle. So you really need to start pushing the weight a little bit. I think a lot of ladies don't challenge themselves enough in training to get the growth that they want. And if you want to have defined muscle, you need to grow some muscle. So grow some muscle, lose the fat through diet, get consistent with that shizzle, and you'll be good to go. All right? Cool. Any other questions, ladies? Any other questions? Let's see, what time is it? Don't want to be late for my clients, of course. Oh, 7:27. So hopefully that's been useful, ladies. So if you watch this back and it's been of any use to you, or you've had value, just comment value below. I like to do these to kind of help people get results. So if this has been useful, just comment value below, and hope this has been useful, valuable. Hope you've got something from it. If you watch this back, let me know if this has been useful. Just hit value, just comment value, and yeah. And then the last question, ladies, is what do you want me to talk about next Monday? All right, so I do these on Mondays, same time every week. It's a bit like EastEnders. What do you want me to comment on, to post on next week, to video on next week, that I can help you get awesome results, and start getting the body and the health that you want? Comment below, and I'll happily do those. So go on, who's gonna? I tell you what, the first two win. The first two, that's free. The first two win. All right, so whoever comments first gets their thing up next week, and I will wrap on that. So let's see who's going to do it. Who's going to be the first to comment? Who's going to beat Emma? Emma's laughing at me because I can't count. It's been a long day, Em. Been a long day. Anyone want me to comment on anything or to talk about anything next week? Or I could just throw it to the group. That's cool. No? Everyone being shy? Cool. All right, what I'll do, I'll throw it out to the group unless someone comments below before I clock off. So I'm gonna go, ladies. Hope this has been useful. Yeah, just comment value if this has been useful. It just helps me decide if I'm gonna keep doing them or not, right? I guess if you want me to do them, then you have to interact. Simple as that. Nutrition for getting over COVID. Woo! Okay. Why don't I just talk a little bit about nutrition for overall health? Would that work? Would that work, Stacey? Nutrition for overall health? Yeah, I think Emma's liking that one. Okay. Nutrition for getting over COVID and health. Yeah, no problem. Because I think they're very similar. Like COVID is just a virus, whatever it is, that we've had viruses and all this stuff over the years. So I'll wrap it up into a smaller bit. And it's funny actually, because I've just started up something called a health mentorship, and we're going back through the whole physiology and all that stuff. And actually I'm going to use some of that to talk to my clients next about managing blood sugar. So yeah, this will be fun. Oh, do we need supplements? Woo! Woo! Oh, supplementation. That's a real big one. Okay, cool. So supplements and nutrition for health next week. All right, you got it. All right, ladies, comment value if you got some value, and I'm going to head off. I need to eat some food, and I hope this was useful. Talk to you soon. See you next week.